Hopefully this is still on quick.
We got to keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't time out.
Oh, we'll know. It'll go clunk, spinny.
Why is it still? Okay, it's still going. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it really is going blue, 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 blue. Is it still wiggling?
If it is,
You think the compensator
vibration reduction will take it out.
Cool.
Either that or we'll just look like we're on a sea ship.
We have to do it the same way, though. Alrighty. Let us begin.
We've acquired a lot of stuff over the years.
Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures, everybody in my garage with Mr.
Chris Smith, how are you?
There we go. And today we're talking about things that record sound.
Mm-hmm. Things like ears.
No, those don't record sound.
Oh, they just hear sound.
Would you like to know what I think is the most important invention in the history of mankind?
Underwear.
No.
What would you say?
The ability to see or hear the past. Audio recording, video recording.
It is interesting.
Film recording. Just being able to, like at some point in the past, cameras and audio recorders did not exist.
Right.
Prior to that, it was everyone's imagination on what things looked and sound like. The ability to recreate that with their voice or an instrument or whatever. Now, from a certain point on, early 1800s I suspect, we are able to see and hear the past.
How in the world did they catch politicians in lies back then?
People would make stuff up even more than now. So, what we're going to do today is a little bit of describe a little bit of the struggle that we've gone through, and specifically I've gone through in my 20 plus years of having a video production business. So, really quickly, this is an audio gear of all the things that we've accumulated in my professional video experience and on our motorcycle trips.
But don't click away just yet. Seriously, this is, in the end, going to just demonstrate what the best microphone setup is for anybody looking for an easy unit that you can throw in a pocket, carry everywhere, and record everything you need.
The best overall microphone. Right there. So if you're doing a podcast or you're doing a studio setup where it doesn't change a lot, you might want to consider one of these types of recorders.
And if you're going to your photo shoot or your video shoot with your car, and don't mind that you got a big case of stuff.
But this is something where you need a table, you need to be able to set all of this up, you know, you don't want it to be in a small form factor, that kind of thing. You know, it's not going to work as lapels. But, I mean, it has 4 inputs, you can have headsets out, you can record some stuff in it. But this works well for a podcast type setup, but it doesn't work for us on the road. And it doesn't work for easy travel and multi-person interviews.
Notice the uber high quality XLR cables as well.
That's right. Big old cables. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way because this is not what we're talking about.
Oh,
this is a good one, but it's
Okay.
not the best all-around one, right?
All right.
So now, if you wouldn't mind, sir, open up that.
This is
And
one of your original.
This was the original audio recording setup for more than one individual.
Ooh,
okay,
all right.
So originally we have the Zoom H4n. Now
This is just the recorder.
Just the recorder. And it's wonderful. It has served me very well over the decades. 2 inputs, a headset out, a line out to go to your camera, as well as the potential of being a shotgun or a boom mic with these 2 on the top.
Yep.
And they're directional, and you can put them at 90 degrees or 180 degrees or whatever. But the downside to this is you have to have XLR cables.
Oh, that's what these are.
Right. These are XLR inputs. So you got big old rolls of cable. So I got 2 of those in there.
And that's heavy.
It's heavy.
That's a lot of copper wire.
Right. Then we have also in this little case the actual microphones themselves.
Okay.
Right. So we have barrels and lapel mics and the whole. And this weighs a lot because you have all of this stuff going on. Okay. And we're still not done.
Sure.
Because what I rigged up in that particular pile of stuff are these 2 gadgets. These 2 gadgets, a transmitter and a receiver that I can hand to a producer who can sit a ways away.
And
with a
listen
tiny
in.
little bit of delay, they can be listening in onto what's going on without being on set.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is what we've got. This was my original unit that I used for years.
Okay.
Wonderful. Still works like a champ. Okay?
Still a pretty big kit. That's
it's
gonna
big and
that's
heavy.
gonna take up half a pannier right there.
Big and heavy. Okay, so then technology advanced once again, right? And every other unit that we have, we have accumulated, fits in this.
Okay.
This is my father's old toolbox.
Oh, nice.
It's a fishing unit or fishing tackle box, but he used it as a regular toolbox, and so I've got everything in there. So,
Okay.
moving from, we're going to go chronological order.
Okay.
Chronological order, and if I can remember which was the chronological order, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Pico mics.
I'm gathering from this that basically there's a number of different options out there,
Yes.
and they all have their flaws and they all have their benefits, and
Yes.
so you just have to find what's best for you.
Correct.
Okay, these are the Pico mics. I loved these.
The
I
Pico
remember
mics are
using
great.
these.
Pico mics were great. So the reason that we got those, I'm trying to make sure I see everything that we've got going
This
on
is
here.
the
Yep,
receiver,
no,
by
I
the
need this
way, and then the
Yes.
microphones here.
one. Those are the
So
microphones.
it charges by just snapping in right there, but the problem, of course.
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and turn this on so we can see the pretty colors. These were awesome. Obviously, the form factor is small. We went from XLR cables to these tiny little gadgets that you just clip on to the tie or to the jacket or to wherever, and they immediately connect when you pull them off the dock, right?
Right.
So that's great. And they worked wonderfully for people who are dressed in suit and ties or button-up shirts. The issue that I have with these, number one, is that they didn't come with wind socks.
Oh, right.
So I put some on there, right?
Okay.
Number two is that the docking station starts getting a little worn.
Yeah.
They're supposed to mute when they get in there, but the contacts have worn out.
Not
And sometimes
working
they
right.
do and sometimes they don't. And it's also the charging.
So sometimes they're charging, sometimes they're not.
Sometimes they're charging, sometimes they're not.
Okay.
This
So
unit,
great concept, but maybe just a B- in terms of manufacturing.
yes, and the design style of that, I would prefer that you could plug these microphones in independently so that you can charge them. Or hit the button and mute them somewhere. But the whole dependence on the contacts is something that causes a bit. See, there it goes. It goes away this time. But considering all of that, it was a wonderful upgrade. It was made in France. They've come out with a couple of another version of this, the Pico 3, I think, which modifies this. It still has the same charging base. But when I bought them in 2000, I don't remember, 19, 18, something like that, I said that what they should do is they should produce colored sleeves that go across, because if you notice, that right there is the microphone.
Okay.
Okay? This little dot right there is the microphone. So if they put a sleeve over this that was the same color as the person's shirt, then it would be disguised
like
even
a
more.
white sleeve
Right,
or
right.
a blue sleeve. If they're...
Exactly right. But we still have the connections, which is part of the whole apparatus still. Got to run a cord from the receiver, the big box receiver, down to a camera. And that camera would be one that can be used with this kind of plug, which would be...
So is there an adapter where you could mount that on top of like a mirrorless camera or an SLR?
Sure. You can use a tiny little. It came with one. I used it for something else. It's not back in the case because I don't use this system anymore. But you put that up on top of the cold shoe or the hot shoe.
That's the
But
receiver.
you run a cable down into a mirrorless camera, or at the time I was using a Canon 5D Mark III.
Okay.
But it still has the cable. It still has the receiver. It still has the. It was still a good option.
Good.
But it started messing up on me.
Improvement at the time,
Correct.
but then more improvements came along.
More improvements came along. And one of the next improvements, actually we're going to skip a step, because the next improvement that actually came along is at your house.
Okay.
The two Kamicas.
I should have brought that.
But that's okay, because we have the next step up example.
Okay.
Now the two Kamicas that you have I believe they're called the X4s. I'm not sure. But they came in two. They're little tiny black.
There's only two, so you and I could each have one, and the receiver on the camera.
And the receiver on the camera
But
that
if
has a cord
we had
into it.
a guest appearance,
We would have to double up with another set of
Something
microphones,
else.
and then also go either to a recorder that can handle two inputs, or go to a separate camera to record the third or fourth microphone.
so it made things
It
complex.
starts making things complex. So what we did was we reached out to Kamica themselves, because they had just come out with a 4 microphone setup.
And I believe this was right before we left to go to record the Scar video.
Yes.
And we knew at the time that Jason, Steve, and I were going to be inviting Dana Brown to be our guest writer. So there was going to be 4 of us, and so worked out perfect.
Yep. So you see, well, now this is not the original case. It came with a nice soft case, but because we were writing and I wanted to pack it differently into a smaller, more pint size. But we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the microphone packs.
Yep.
And the receiver, right?
Okay.
Then, but still.
And the lav mics. Where are the lav mics?
And here are the lavalier
Okay.
mics.
So we would put that on your hip and then run that down your shirt.
That's right.
And then this is what actually was on your shirt.
That's right. And these have little antennas that go up. Now, the cool thing about these are, and this is the benefit, right? The downside is it's on your hip and it's still got the cord. The Pico mics did not have to do that. No cords, right? But the benefit of these were the way that they transmit the audio signal is much more robust and professional.
Okay.
A lot of them use Bluetooth connections. This is not. This is UHF. So you can use this in a more highly trafficked area, like a convention center or something like that, or the little bit distance is different, or the you know how if you turn around you'll block the signal on a Bluetooth, that kind of thing. But still.
So it was a great setup for our trip, but is easily applicable for you for professional work.
That's right. Yes, right. In fact, this would be a preferred model for professional work.
Okay.
Because of the UHF and the lavalier, which you are able to run up the shirt, because people are going to be dressed appropriately most of the time in that kind of situation.
Sure.
But still, again, big receiver, big box, long wires, but not to the camera, so we're good.
Yeah.
So that's an improvement. Okay.
Still, yeah.
So that was upgrade number 2, and thanks to Comica for actually sending that out to us. That was cool. That was a long time ago too. That was what, 2020.
I think we did a fun little video testing them out where Jason would actually ride his motorcycle a long ways away and see if we could still hear him.
Now, as you notice, we're not doing a sound test. We're not doing a distance test. We're not doing any of that stuff because microphones sound like microphones.
Yeah, they're all so good these days.
It's like cameras.
Yeah.
You ask what kind of camera? Well, it depends on what you're wanting to do with it because they're all really good now.
Yeah.
You know, the megapixels. All right, so then if I remember correctly, yes, this was a next purchase. And again, I am not showing these in the original packaging because I've repackaged them for my purposes.
Of course.
But this one is an interesting little gadget, and I use it as a backup system. Okay, let me move this down out of the light. This is the Zoom F2 Bluetooth recorder.
So it's made by the same company as that other Zoom that we
The original
looked at
one,
earlier.
H4n, and it also is the same company that was the the large one, right?
Yeah.
This one, the PodTrack P4.
Well known in the audio industry. They're ubiquitous with all kinds of audio.
That's right. Now this one is a neat one, and I used it kind of like a backup scenario, and I actually had to use it in a backup scenario, and it's wonderful because it takes AA batteries, number one.
Okay.
You know, it's
Forget
just
to charge it, just pop in a new battery.
Right. If it dies, it's popping a new battery. You're not having to wait around, that kind of thing. But the cool thing is because it has a lavalier that comes with it. Okay. 32-bit float, internal recording. Okay.
Remember this word. This is an important word.
32-bit float, for those who don't understand, it just keeps you from overmodulating it. It gives you a more robust signal, and it's sort of like shooting RAW.
Yeah, so if you're a photographer, JPEG versus RAW, RAW just has so much more latitude and allows you to edit, bring up the shadows, bring down the highlights.
That should be a little more sloppy.
Correct.
Okay. But it also, because it's a Bluetooth, it can connect to your phone, which means you can monitor it and record it on your phone.
Okay.
It's recording 32-bit float in here. It's not over there. It has a headset out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But that headset out can go directly into a camera.
Sure.
Okay. So I have actually used this in a situation where I was going to lavalier someone, but they wore silk, and it was a woman, and it sagged. And so I ran a C-stand over the top, and I hung the lavalier just out of sight, and I put this up there, and I hit the record button, and I walked away.
Okay.
So it was a backup save your butt system that I purchased for exactly that reason, and have used it on those types of occasions.
And it'll be important as we move on. You'll notice he was able to record the audio directly to the unit itself and didn't have to have it recording to a camera. So
Correct.
We'll have that same scenario come up again.
That's right. Then, let's see, I believe it might be this one is in the next one. And again, my packaging.
Uh-huh.
Right? But this one I love.
That's half the fun. That's like when you buy a motorcycle, half the fun is figuring out which kerfuffle accessories you're going to put on it. Are you going to put a cage on it? Are you going to put crash bars on it? Same with you.
That's
okay,
true.
What kind of bag am I going to fit this in?
If you notice, I repackaged everything so it could fit into my dad's toolbox. Now, this one I like a lot.
Okay.
Because this one is one of those ones that allow you to do multiple things depending on the situation you find yourself.
Okay.
These are a self-contained unit that have 2 microphones in there, and you charge it via this box. It has the contacts that are similar to the Pico mic, except for the fact that these have not failed.
Okay.
Okay, so these are great. But these little tiny microphones are wonderful. Okay, now it has a receiver.
This company you haven't said is?
Shure. Shure mic. Everybody knows Shure mics. It's one of the top upper echelon microphone systems out there.
Okay.
It comes with a receiver. Well, at least the system that I bought came with the receiver that you get to plug into a camera, just like a mirrorless camera or whatever, with this this plug.
Yeah.
Right. This quarter plug.
No.
Or 1/8 inch plug. I'm sorry. Yes. 1/8 inch plug. USB-C. Wonderful. It charges both of them. Right.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
But the wonderful thing about this, it doesn't record internally.
Oh, okay.
So you have to go around.
To a camera of some sort.
That's right. But the wonderful thing about this, and the reason that I got it, is you don't need this at all. If you use the Shure Motive app on your phone, it will connect Bluetooth directly to your phone.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you do stuff like turn your phone on airplane mode so it doesn't get interrupted by a phone call and stuff. But all you do is you take this out, and it immediately connects to your phone.
Put one on you, and start recording on your phone, which, as we all know, a lot of us... well, as people saw in the walk-around video we did downtown, the best camera to have is the one that's with you all the time.
That's right.
So if it happens to be your phone, you can pull your phone out, get some microphones, and now you have a complete studio setup.
Yep. And this one also, not only will it connect to the camera via the 1/8 inch cable, but it also can connect to your computer through the same charging port. It'll connect, and
USB-C.
you can, that's right, USB-C, so that you can use the microphones with your computer or whatever. So that's cool. Now,
so maybe you're on a Zoom call or something like that.
Exactly right. If you want to upgrade your microphone from your computer, internal microphone, you can do that. Now, the downside. Loved this, works everywhere. The downside, it works perfectly if you're wearing a button-up shirt. It works perfectly if you're wearing a tie. But it doesn't work perfectly if you're wearing a t-shirt, because when you put this up here, it's scratchies if you turn your head, because the microphone, unlike the Picos,
it's on the top.
Break that out if you don't know the Pico.
It's part of why we kept it.
Show you the difference here.
Yep.
The Pico mic has the microphone on the outside and low. The Shure mic has the microphone on the top where it rubs.
Yep.
So there's goods and there's bads.
Yep.
And so I said this works in certain situations and doesn't in other situations, and you just have to decide when that the situation is. But it has worked for us on a multiple different shoots, because when you're riding a motorcycle, you ride a jacket.
And you're also using your phone a lot, because it's just the fastest, easiest thing.
It's the fastest, easiest thing. And with iPhones and the new and the good Android phones, et cetera, you're getting good picture, and now you're getting good audio, and it's the easy peasiest way to do it.
Correct.
Or one of the easiest peasiest. We're getting all the way to the easiest. All right, so now, if I can remember, the next one is going to be Hollyland.
Ooh.
Now, Hollyland I got to fight the battle of the Scratchy
Correct.
from the Shure. So it comes with, in this rechargeable case, it comes with 2 microphones and a receiver. Now the receiver is the same. It uses the regular 1/8 inch, there it is, 1/8 inch jack that runs straight to the mirrorless camera or whatever, right? It charges with the USB-C. I just happen to have both of them in here in case, the
Charging
source. And then the wind socks, and the charging case.
Look at how small that is.
But look how tiny that is. It also has noise cancellation. I believe the Shures have noise cancellations as well.
Most of the newer ones
Yep.
do.
I don't like using noise cancellation because I like doing it myself later.
Correct.
Depending on what's going on, I don't trust it to do it. It's okay.
And
if you don't want to do that,
noise canceling can muffle your
it makes it
voice
sound a little robotic, a little metal, or something like that. So this actually solved the problem of the lapel problem, right? With the scratchy, because
Yeah.
it's got a magnet. You put it
Yeah.
down here,
Yeah.
right? I don't like magnets.
Did those come with wind muffs?
Yes, right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh man, that's a big old wind muff.
But I don't like the magnets
Oh.
because they fall down your shirt when you take them off
Okay.
and into your like that. You can't use that professionally because it'll just fall
Oh, come on. How many times has it really done that?
every time. Especially if you're trying to take it off someone else in a professional setting, it's not going to work.
Okay.
It's going to work if you're doing it by yourself. It doesn't have a clip.
Okay.
Okay.
No clip at all.
No clip at all. So it's magnet or nothing. Now there is a lanyard that comes with it to hang it around your neck.
That's ugly.
Right in a drawer.
Come on.
Right in a drawer. Not using it. Not using it. But this is great.
It's like they knew they were sending you something with a defect in it, and then they threw a lanyard in it. It didn't work.
I mean, again, every one of these things, it's like a hammer is not the tool for every problem.
Right.
Right. So these solve a problem. They are a solution. You can increase and decrease the out power, in power, all this. It's really nice. It's really simple. It's
And
really
it's
cheap.
affordable.
It's really cheap. Very good. We were on the same page. But it still also has the same charging style as the Picos. So I wonder how long that will last.
Okay.
I don't use these
You
a
haven't
lot.
had a problem yet, though.
I have not had a problem. I don't use these a lot because we have a different solution that we're coming up to shortly.
Okay.
I actually lended this one out to my friends all the time.
Okay.
Mahmood, who was on our photography
Yes.
video the other day,
Yeah.
I lent this out to him for a while because he was doing a little thing at the market.
Sure.
And so, but this is a super cheap one where I can say, hey, if you like this, it's about $115 or something. If you get the one with
Probably less now.
there's different packages.
Okay.
This is the bonus before we get to the end.
Oh,
A
I
bonus.
thought we were almost at the end.
Almost to the end. Stick around. We'll tell you the ones that we like so much. But this is a bonus because we've never used these.
Are these made by Tonka Toys?
Almost. Again, not the original packaging. The original packaging was practically non-existent. I got these on
I
the
have
internet
no idea
for
what
like
he's coming
$39 each, and we took them on our trip
Oh.
to hang on our jackets.
Oh, I remember these.
And we never really needed them,
We never used them.
but they record audio
Okay.
and they record video.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if in a hustle, now the video is garbage.
Yeah.
It's absolute garbage, but it does look like hidden camera video. So if you're after that aesthetic, this is the way to go. But it does, when I tested it, it's not broadcast audio, but it does record really.
Pretty good
You can
audio?
hear it
Huh.
really, really well.
Okay.
It's very, very surprising. So in a pinch,
I think that's
Audio.
kind of obvious that you're wearing a
Exactly.
camera, though.
Exactly. Sure, of course.
Even if you put it in a pocket.
Of course.
You don't think one of those gendarmes in Africa would have gone, hey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we didn't break them out.
Well, it was a good thought.
It was a good thought. I thought perhaps that when we were walking around places, like in the villages and whatnot, that we could have just strapped that on instead of a big old Ace Pro or something, and it would be a little more nondescript than one of the big cameras with a blinking
discreet.
light and more discreet, yes.
Yeah.
So that was the bonus. That one you didn't pay for, but now
Yay!
to the finale.
To the finale.
And I wonder if anybody can guess DJI.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've gone through 2 iterations of DJI.
They've only been banned from America, so
Yes.
you're also being a rebel if you use their stuff.
But we've gone through 2 iterations of DJI. The mic, the original mics that are still at your house.
And the mic 2s.
Right, the bigger packs.
The mic 2.
And so we have those examples, we just don't have them in front of us.
We did mention 32-bit float. You heard that word earlier. And so the mic 2s were interesting and intriguing to us because they record 32-bit float internally and you can transmit, so you're getting regular audio through the Bluetooth. So it was a neat little combination we really enjoyed, but the box is a little bit big.
Yeah, that's right. It's big, it's bulky, it pulls your shirt down. And then they came out with the just right pack.
Yeah.
And if you notice, we prove it because we're wearing them.
That's what
This
we're
is
using
the one
right
we
now.
use right now
Yeah.
because there are so many different options for this.
Hey, let me pause and just ask you guys, how's the audio? Leave us a comment. Tell us if it's good.
I mean, we are shooting in a garage, but
I know, but we want to
enough.
hear, has it been clear? What's the audio been like?
yeah.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
So these are great because they do come with the receiver that you can hook to your normal camera, mirrorless camera or whatever.
I love how the 1/8" jack just tucks up into the case.
Tucks up into the case. The case is the recharger. It does have little adapters so that you can plug these in.
The receiver goes into the USB port or the USB-C port of your phone. So then it becomes just like your Hollyland, or not your Hollyland. Which one?
Yeah, Hollyland does it. Yep.
No, but the ones that went directly to your phone was
Shure.
Yeah.
The Shure mic. But with the Shure mic, you don't need the adapter.
Understood. But I'm just saying,
the Hollyland is the better parallel.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm pointing out that you can use this for your phone. You can use it for your 32-bit. No, you can't do 30. But you can use it for direct to your Osmo 3 because it connects instantly,
DJI.
automatically. It also connects through the Bluetooth mechanism in an Ace Pro or in X4, X5. So if you have an Insta360 action camera, you can get it to connect directly to the action camera. A lot of motorcycle riders, in fact, use these and pin them inside their helmet, and then it connects directly to the Ace Pro that's mounted to their chin.
Yep.
So there's a lot of really good uses for motorcycling.
And if I'm not mistaken, it does have noise cancellation.
Yep.
And it's just a button push
Just
on
a
the
push
side.
of a button.
Again, we don't use it.
Yep.
But that is the rundown. That is Ryan Bennett's tool chest of audio.
And we got to point out that we have them mounted using our.
Oh, that's true.
We have them mounted using the magnets.
The magnets, which I don't like.
But they do have a clip.
They do have a clip.
So unlike the Hollyland,
Best of both worlds.
best of both worlds.
And so, boils down to, what is the best microphone all around? And right now, on the market, in our opinion, it's the DJI Mic Minis.
And if I'm not mistaken, they're on sale right now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I think it's like $99 for the whole kit.
We'll see what happens on Black Friday.
Now they do have, DJI did come out with a brand new one, not to make, this video is going to be obviously constantly changing, but they do have the Mini 3?
Unsure.
The Mic Mini 3, I think it's called. Basically this size, but also has 32-bit float. Now, how many times have we ever overmodulated?
Probably more than I would like to count, but probably not enough to notice.
Never enough that we've gone, oh, it ruined our video.
Yep.
It's never been that bad. So we think that this is just a fantastic little kit.
But if you want to, make sure you just keep your eye on DJI mics, Hollyland mics, and Comica mics. Those are the three that are what I would say prosumer, right? You could get into upper echelon stuff, but if you're doing what we do, this is the way to go, or some variant of the Hollyland.
I also think that those three brands are very innovative. They're constantly coming out with newer and
Very
better
fast.
models. So any of those, you get into any of their systems, keep an eye on it. You can always upgrade and improve as time goes on, and you won't be left in the
Pico
dust.
mic only has the one product. It's in France. It has its charging issues and stuff. They might have improved that in the latest iteration, but in our opinion, this is the way to go, or some variants of this, depending on your budget and the camera that you're using. If you have an Osmo, you might not want to do the minis. You might, or you're using a DSLR all the time, you might want to use the Hollyland, or you might want to use the Comica because it connects there properly. So it just depends. But for us, on the road, in the various different settings that we have, garage, studio, on the motorcycle, interviewing people, etc., DJI Mic Mini.
Yep.
Hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah, hit the likes and subscribe.
Did you know that most of the people that are watching our videos have not even subscribed? And a lot of the people aren't getting notifications because they don't know that there's that little arrow drop down thing where it says all. Do that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, do the drop down, do all that stuff.
Do the thing.
Do the things.
And part of why we decided to do this video is because we get questions all the time. How do you guys record your stuff? What do you guys do? And nobody comments about audio, partly because it's always so good.
Audio is always more important than video. You'll
Audio
turn
is
away from
very
bad
important.
audio before you'll turn away from bad video.
So what do you want to see next in terms of how do we record our videos? Should we compare our old GoPro cameras to our new Insta360 cameras?
We could definitely do that.
Do we want to talk a little bit about action cameras? What's on the market? What's not?
Definitely do that.
So lots more coming to the channel. You guys stay tuned. Again, keep subscribing and hitting the like button. It really helps the algorithm. We really appreciate it.
Hear you later.
I see what you did there.